practice with word problems. So on day 1, you did 2 word problems that focused on addition. Today, I'm going to focus on a different word problem. So if you will move down to day 2 on your one-step word problems from your week 5 packet, and we can begin. So I'm actually looking at problem number 2 that says, we baked 24 cupcakes for my grandma's birthday party. 12 of the cupcakes were vanilla, and the rest were chocolate. How many cupcakes are chocolate? So remember, the very first thing that I want to do is highlight my numbers, my word problems, so that I know that what I'm working with, because there's so many words that sometimes the numbers can get lost. So I'm looking at 24 cupcakes. So that means we have a total of 24 cupcakes. Then 12 cupcakes are vanilla. So I'm going to do 12 and just vanilla. Then I'm going to look at my question, and the question is the last sentence in my problem, and that is what I am solving for. So how many cupcakes are chocolate? So I am looking to solve. So if there are 24 cupcakes and 12 are vanilla, I want to find that missing number. And for that, since we are trying to figure out what is missing, we are going to subtract. So my number sentence will be 24 minus 12. And for this word problem, I'm going to use the number line strategy because the number line strategy is my favorite to use for 2-digit subtraction. And remember, for a number line, you're going to draw a line, and it's going to be an open number line, which means you do not pre-write any numbers on it. So it's just open like this. And I'm going to start with my first number, which is 24. And I'm going to label that on my number line. And since I am subtracting, I am actually moving to the left. So my numbers are going to get smaller. So I have 24. My next step is that I want to break apart 12 because 12 is a pretty big number, and I don't really know 24 minus 12 off the top of my head. And so what I'm going to do is break it apart into its place value. So I have 10 because this 1 is in the tens place, and that represents 10. It is not just a 1. And then my 2 in the ones place represents 2. And we're kind of lucky in this problem because our 10, a number in our tens place is a 10. And that is what I like to jump back on using my number line. So we're going to do 24 minus 10. So I'm going to start at 24 and I'm going to jump back. I'm going to label my jump minus 10 so that way I know what I've subtracted. So I know that 24 minus 10, well, I know the 4 is going to stay the same in my ones place, and I know that 20 is 10 more than 10, so 24 minus 10 must be 14. So I've subtracted my 10, but I'm not finished because I still have my 2. So my next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to jump back 2. And 2 is a pretty small number, so I don't need to break that apart. So I'm going to do 14 minus 2. And I know that 14 minus 2 equals 12. I'm going to cross that off, and I've used all my numbers. So now I know that my difference of 24 minus 12 equals 12. So there are 12 chocolate cupcakes. Also, when we're solving these problems, so what I did with my number line, that is how I express my math thinking or show my work. Because it's really hard to do these problems in your head. When we say, please show your math thinking, this is what we mean. I want you to show us the steps that you are using to solve the problem. So the next thing I want you to do is I want you to do the other problem for day 2 and make sure you show your math thinking. All right, thanks for joining me today. Keep up that math learning.